Hi guys, reporting to you live from the Mount Si campus, Building 78, Fashion Class 63 on this beautiful cloudy Memorial Day. Here with my friend
Christina?
I am Melissa. We're going to be conducting our interview style podcast. I know we're kind of lazy going off the guidelines, but we're going to get this done our way, all right? So just settle in for the ride.
Today we have the privilege of interviewing a pattern making design student, Christian.
Hello.
And we're going to be asking him some questions, a couple questions here and there, and then we're going to be going into a deep look into his designs.
All right, so we're just going to jump right in. Let's see. Which part of the pattern making process is your favorite part?
I would say like the making an idea of the pattern. That's what the first process, like the first step would be. Well, not even the first step, but it's for sure like a good one, just because. Exactly. I get to creatively think of like what I want to put out, and then after that, then that's when I would make. Hold up.
What's your favorite part of the pattern?
Yeah.
Making?
Pattern making.
Just creating the design.
Basically. Yeah. Okay.
So would you say that's the most challenging and also your favorite as well?
Yeah, actually, I feel like the most challenging part would probably be the actual process of making the pattern, just because it's so, um, like tedious, and then it's also just it's hard putting it down and then like making it out so that way it comes out the way you want it to, especially with the sizing and all that. It's just a little harder to do.
And then when you're creating your designs, how do you stay original in that whole process?
When I say to stay original, it's pretty hard to do because like fashion's been around for like forever, literally. So it's just hard to stay original because it seems like everything's already been done, and it's hard to like push something to make something new.
Yeah, I see. Um, who's gonna go? What do you enjoy most about being a Mount Sat, a design student?
Honestly, the saving the money part, that's probably the most like best thing I could get from my education here, is that I could just like save money but get the same education that's going like to FITM or anything like that. Like we have great instructors here, so it definitely helps me out just to be able to pick up on the things that I can learn somewhere else. But for like the price I'm getting it for is pretty great.
Yeah. All right, and then we're gonna move on over to Alyssa.
All right, okay. My questions, here we go. So I know you are a pattern making student, but besides that, what are your other favorite courses that you like to take at Mount SAC besides pattern making?
Uh, well, talking in fashion classes, there was the computer class where we got to make our designs from there and like build different lines of clothing from that. Like there was different themes and everything, so that's for sure probably my favorite class, especially because like I got to pick up on how to design graphically for the most part, and um, to really like put an idea down. That was like the first class I took, so.
Like to build a foundation for like what you want to build like your clothes on, pretty much.
Yeah, somewhat. It definitely like opened up my eyes to see like that it's easier to not even put down, but just to like actually have an idea and like start somewhere than just like starting from nothing.
Oh yeah. And there's a lot of people forget that there's so much more like that process of going to pattern making than just like designing the pattern. Like there's computer skills, sewing, what fabric gonna use. Like there's a lot of like things that people don't know what goes into that. Do you agree on that?
No, yeah, definitely. Especially when making or thinking of the fabrics you want, like that's probably one of the harder things, just because like you have a vision and it's hard to you know find that one fabric that like would actually match with what you're trying to go for, and um to like even put it together is just like it's a pretty nice process.
And do you have any favorite designers that you look up to? 'Cause I know Versace has like their patterns of like gold chains and gold with black, and then Gucci, of course, the double G. So, do you have any like favorite designers that you kind of want to like get inspiration from to use in your own designs?
Honestly, yeah, there's like like some big names is like Prada or even Dior, or like I look up to high end fashion for sure, or even like being a little basic, Virgil Abloh, like he's pretty. I like what he does, and like it's like the little simple things that you don't really need to like push too much, but you can just like have something that looks good. And yeah, for sure, like
Like a little goes a long way. So don't stress yourself too much because you can make it like, start your way up and go from there. So don't stress yourself out.
Yeah, but I definitely look up to for sure like Prada, Dior, and then there's different brands like Vetements and what's Vetements and uh, what's the other one? I cannot think. Oh, Balenciaga. Like Balenciaga, like they make little outlandish things, and then the fact that it's just so outlandish to the point where it's like something that it's like a talking point for people. So I like actually like that about like those brands.
I totally went blank right now. Okay. Give me like 5 seconds. Oh, yeah, okay. So what's your next step after pattern making? Like, where do you want to move on to? What class do you want to take after this?
Well, after pattern making, there's a computer pattern making class, which I'm actually interested in taking because it's basically the same process except on the computer, and it's just a little easier. I heard, especially for me, because like I'm pretty good at using computers. So that would be the next step for after pattern making class, and yeah.
Do you enjoy the fashion classes here? Do you think they're actually really good? 'Cause I think for me, my first semester here, I think it's actually really good compared to any other college that I've been to. So do you enjoy being here?
Most definitely. It's just the the fashion classes here definitely are worth it. I would say 110%. Like even if you're like a little interested into like making your own clothes just for yourself and picking that up that skill is like a good thing. And the sewing class here, like I've seen both the teachers in work, and they definitely help out, and they even like give you the book and everything. So it's a good skill to pick up, like in general. Like you don't even have to be a fashion student to pick it up, really.
All right, so we have some of Christian's designs here, so I'm going to pass the mic over to him so he could explain a little bit more about it.
Yeah. So when I first saw this one, the objective was to make a shirt that has like a stripe somewhat going down, and when she said stripe, I was like, I didn't really want to go with just like one of these stripes. So I saw this and I just thought like this is perfect, and then I liked how loud it gets because it's just like a shirt that you don't really see as often, especially just because it's the whole way around just all the same like that. And it's definitely like it was like one of the first shirts like I made, so I put a lot of love into this one. And
Trees.
yeah, no, yeah, they're
Is that
trees.
what it is? I just realized.
They're trees, but it's like from far away, they look exactly, they look like stripes. So that's exactly what I was going for, and it's just
Oh my god, I didn't realize
They are
that. I'm
trees.
looking
Yeah.
actually, I'm like, oh my god, that is true.
yeah. And then I like how it's just also the black and white, and it just pops a little bit more, especially like on top of some like black pants, or you could throw like a shirt under and be like a white long sleeve or a black long sleeve, and there's just a lot you can do with it. I feel like just because it's it's like, and it pops a lot more. So like I feel like you can just go with the solid pair of pants and then throw whatever shoes on, and it's just like the shirt can just be like the main objective, like the main focus. So that's what I really like about this one.
All right, and second shirt, what do you got for us?
The second shirt, well, this one was for sure like inspired by Prada, like Prada's two-sided shirt, except on Prada they have the thing like the flames on the bottom, or like I've seen the one with bananas as well, but this one is definitely Prada inspired. But instead of having the short sleeves, I threw on like just left the long sleeves, and then I threw on some cuffs onto it, and it's just like that little extra flavor on top. But I definitely just have a thing for being loud and expressive on the patterns. Like it's just, I feel like you can be so expressive with clothing, and it's just a good two different tones just added as well.
We love them. They're great. Thank you so much for coming and interviewing with us. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys soon.
But we're switching it up because we're that group. We're loosely following the guideline. She made this shirt. False advertisement, but I mean, who doesn't false advertise? It happens. enjoying the lovely day out here outside Mount Sac campus.
Hello.
Hey guys, coming live from Building 78, Fashion Building right here at Mount Sac campus. Mount Sac campus, here with my.
Sorry. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go off with some pretty generic questions here. What would you say challenges you the most in your designs and creative flow?
Give me a second now. I need a second now. I wasn't ready for it.
Hey guys, coming from you live from the Mount Sac building, Building 78, Fashion Course 63, on this beautiful cloudy day, Memorial Day weekend. I'm Alyssa, here with my friend
Christina?
Here we are conducting our video interview, but more podcast style, because that's what we're more comfortable with, and that's what's going to happen here. Okay.
Today we have the privilege of interviewing a pattern making fashion student, Christian. That was bad. I didn't like that.